Lions are ready, man. The Lions are in playoff mode.
Oh, really? The boy that's been going against the Lions all year, now all of a sudden you're a big believer in the Lions. Really? Really? That's what we're doing now?
I picked against them like 4 times this year. So, I mean, I've been pretty much on par with the Lions picks. The Atlanta Falcons playing the Carolina Panthers in Charlotte, and you have the Panthers.
Yeah.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
Chain. I snatched that chain off your chest. We're gonna see what happens. What about Desmond?
He's out of the equation.
He's out of the equation. Yep. Okay, I don't know what happened to Desmond. Well, he seemed to wonder about my whereabouts. I'm right here. I may or may not be sipping on a little bit of yak, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not hard to find, Des. I'm about to get that chain.
Yo, it's your boy Jonny O, the general for the Diego Army. We're here to keep that chain. Des, Mr. Thompson, keep sipping on the yak, because we're here to stay, and we're going to take that chain all the way down. Let's go Cowboys. You?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house. Episode 71 of Who You Got, father-son dynamic duo. We are picking all the NFL games. We're going into week 15. Another amazing week. No more buys. Full schedules here for the last 4 weeks as we battle with Desmond Clark, former NFL tight end, to give money to great causes. How you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. Chilling.
All right. You seem more than good. You have won. You're on a hot streak here. You've won 3 in a row. You and Des tied last week, but you won solo this past week. So I see the chain is in the building.
Yep, your chain's in the building 3 weeks in a row. And a shout out to the Diego Army, Jonny O, everyone who believed in me. Some people didn't believe in me, but I believed in myself. Okay. That's all that matters.
All right, all that matters. So 3 in a row. You are, so you won this past week. Just to do a quick recap. You won. You had a winning record. It was a lot of upsets this week. So it was a very, very tough week. A lot of crazy games. The Giants beating the Packers. The Dolphins losing. The Patriots beating the Steelers. Just a whole bunch of crazy games. So you had a winning record. I think you were, I think it was 15 games. So I believe you were 8-7. I was 7-8. Just not good at all. And then Dez, although I did call the Bills beating the Chiefs, I said they win and win by a field goal. That's exactly what happened. That was my one bright moment. But Dez was awful. He does have the overall lead, but he, I believe, was 6-9. So again, typical Dez fashion. Dez is missing this week. What's up with that?
Yeah, I think he's just scared to face us, man. He's scared to face me, his chain, because he knows I'm coming.
You and the chain. All right. Well, hey, overall record, though, Dez has a lead. He is in first. You are 2 games back, so you've gained a lot of ground. And now we go into this final stretch here with you guys neck and neck. I am 5 games behind you, but I've got a lot of games where I'm on the island this week. So if I hit on all of them, I'm right back in it. So we're going to see what happens this week. All right. Well, we'll talk about who we're playing for and our causes. Again, whoever wins, $250 goes to their cause. We will announce who those causes are in a moment. But we are in transit on the way to school. Final week here before the Christmas holidays. So we're really excited about that. So we will be with Dez the next 3 weeks. We'll all be filming at home, and we'll have some good shows for you. All right. Well, let's get right into these picks. We know you're waiting on that. Let's start with our no-brainers, the games that we all agree on. There's 16 games this week. We agree on 10. We disagree on 6. So give us the 10 no-brainers, my man.
All right, so the first no-brainer is the Thursday night game. The Los Angeles Chargers going to Vegas to play the Raiders. The Raiders are 3-point favorites, and we all have the Raiders in this one. And no Herbert, no Keenan Allen.
right.
Next no-brainer is the Vikings going to Cincy to play the Bengals, where the Bengals are 3.5-point favorites, and we all have the Bengals in this one at home. And the third no-brainer game is the Chicago Bears going to Cleveland to play the Browns, where the Browns are 3.5-point favorites at home. We all have them. That's easy. In Cleveland, hard place to win. And and then the fourth no-brainer game is the Chiefs going to New England to play the Patriots.
Okay.
Where the Chiefs are 9.5-point favorites on the road, and we all have the Chiefs winning this bounce-back game.
Yeah, got the Chiefs getting that.
The fifth island game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Green Bay to play the Packers. Where the Packers are 3.5-point favorites, and we all have the Packers in this one.
Yeah. Come on, Packers. Stop messing around.
And then the sixth island game is the Jets going to Miami to play the Dolphins, where they are 8.5-point favorites, and we all have Miami in this one. And no Reek, but still, Reek might play. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Reek will play.
Yeah, he probably will, but we'll see.
Come on, Reek. You got to get that MVP. I think Reek proved he's the MVP. You see how they are without him. They definitely need him. Hopefully he can play through that ankle and get a win. All right.
And then the next island game is the New York Giants going to New Orleans to play the Saints. The Saints are 6-point favorites, so we all have the Saints.
Okay.
The eighth island game is the Washington Commanders going to LA to play the Rams. The Rams are 6.5-point favorites, and we all have the Rams.
Okay.
In this game. The ninth island game is the 49ers going to Arizona to play the Cardinals, where the Niners are 13.5-point favorites on the road, and we all have the 49ers in this one.
Got 49ers, and they play who?
They play the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Is Kyler still playing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's still playing.
All right. How long before they pull Kyler?
I think they'll play him rest of the year and then they'll draft him.
Okay. All right.
Trade him away.
Interesting. Okay. All right. We got one more.
The last island game is the
no-brainer.
No-brainer game is the Baltimore Ravens going to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars, where the Ravens are still 3.5-point favorites on the road, and we all have the Ravens in this one. Yeah. I don't think the Jags are the same without Trevor Lawrence being 100%.
Yeah.
So and the Ravens are just a really good team. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, the Ravens, they hung with the Browns last week. Man, definitely needed that. When that was the one that Des had. Des had the Jaguars beating the Browns. That ended up being a really good game. I think the Jags are just facing a tough part of their schedule, and the Ravens are going to be too tough at home. So that's got to go with the Ravens in that one. All right. So those are all of our no-brainer games.
Yep, those are all of our no-brainer games.
Okay. All right. So those are our no-brainer games. So quick before we get to the 6 island games that determine the chain. I know that's what we're excited to go back and forth about. But before we do that, quick shout out to those that support us throughout the year. I want to give a big shout out to Jonny O, Cinema J, Whole Shots, All Things Motocross. Check out their channel. They are killing it. Let's talk about who we're playing for. So our causes. Who are you playing for? Again, $250 goes to the cause of whoever wins choice. So that's just a big perk of this show when we pick our NFL games. So who are you playing for, man?
I'm playing for the Winston-Salem Rescue Mission.
All right. You're playing for the Winston-Salem Rescue Mission. You've already raised a lot from them. I think at least 1,000, maybe more. Well, hey, you won 3 in a row, and then you won 2 others. So, yeah, I think you're up to about 1,500, if I'm not mistaken, for Winston-Salem Rescue Mission. So, great job on that. Desmond Clark, he is playing for the United Way of Central Florida. He's raised a lot for them and just doing big things with that cause, as well as other things that he does in the community. And then I've been playing for several schools in the North Carolina area. So we're based out of North Carolina. I've been playing for a lot of folks there. A good friend of mine has established a scholarship at Winston-Salem State University in honor of her mom and aunt. So if I win, $250 will be going to that newly established scholarship that's been established. All right, so let's get into these island games. Man, we've got six island games. I think we're gonna start with Dez. I think Dez on the island for one, you're on the island for one, and I'm on the island for 4, so I can get back in this thing. All right, kick us off, man.
Right, so Dez's island game is the Philadelphia Eagles going to Seahawks on Monday night football. I think it's Monday night football.
Yeah, it's Monday night.
And Dez has the Seahawks in this one. So,
Ooh, man. What do you think?
I mean, it's not a bad pick because the Seahawks are at home and they're really desperate to get a win, try to get back in the playoffs, and I don't know if Gino's going to be there though, and the Eagles are just desperate too after losing a couple in a row, so yeah, they got to get a win.
Yeah, the Eagles, they have to get a win. I think they're really desperate. Lost a few in a row here. Seattle needs it too. Seattle is at home, so I get it. So not an awful pick by Dez, but I think as the Eagles find some kind of way to pull this one off. Just going with pure desperation, I think they pull this off. So that's our take on that one.
Next one's my island game. The game decides if I keep the chain right here, which I am. I'll keep this chain right here. That's easy. And so I got this is the Steelers and the Colts, and it's a Saturday game, and I got the Colts on the island. I think it's an easy game because the Colts are home on a Saturday game, and the Steelers, they don't have Kenny Pickett, they have Mitchell Trubisky. They're gonna throw about 1 or 2 interceptions probably, and then you got all the people saying that the Steelers tradition is gone. There's like a lot of distraction around.
There's a lot.
So, and then about Tomlin and stuff. So I think the Colts are a really good pick here. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. Not an awful pick. There's a lot of chatter about the Steelers here with Big Ben came out and said, Ben Roethlisberger, about the Steelers culture being dead and all that. So I don't know, man. I think in these types of situations, the Steelers and Mike Tomlin, they normally rise up. So for that alone, and the fact that the Steelers are coming off a really bad loss last week, I think they are the more desperate team. They're still in the hunt. So I think because of that, they find a way to pull this one out and, shut people up at least for another week. So I know that's why I've got the Steelers, and I'm sure that's primarily why Dez has the Steelers as well. All right. So we'll see, man. So that chain is coming off your chest. No more chain for you. It's coming over here. I'm going to get back in it. All right. So we got 4 more island games, and I think all these are mine.
Yep. Maybe your island game. So
all right. Let's get to it. Prime time. Let's get to it.
All right. Your first island game is the Broncos going to Detroit to play the Lions.
Yeah.
And you have the Broncos, man. So
yes, I do.
We have the Broncos.
Yeah, I got the Broncos. Sorry to Detroit Nation fam in Detroit. I've been riding with Detroit all year. But I got to go away just for this week. I got to go with the Broncos. The Broncos are hot, and Detroit is not. That really comes down to that. Detroit's had some bad losses. Typically, I would go with the more desperate team, but they just are consistently losing bad games. So I think something else is wrong with the Lions right now. Think they may figure some things out another week or 2 from now, but I think this is a game tailor-made for them to drop. Broncos are on a hot streak. Think they figure some things out. I think they find a way to get this game. So I'm going to go with the Broncos to get back in it and get the chain this week.
All right, man.
All right.
I think the Lions are ready, man. The Lions are in playoff mode.
Oh, really? A boy that's been going against the Lions all year. Now, all of a sudden, you're a big believer in the Lions. Really?
What?
Really? That's what we're doing now?
I picked against them like 4 times this year. And they've
4
lost
times?
and they've lost 4 games.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
I mean, I've been pretty much on par with the Lions picks. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that.
So,
All right.
I'm a hater. They're 9-4, and I basically projected them to be 9-4.
Okay.
So yeah. Your next island game is the Atlanta Falcons playing the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
In Charlotte, and you have the Panthers.
Yeah, I have the Panthers. Man, come on, Panthers. Come on, man. Don't go 1-16 this year. Please find a way to get this game. This is one of your winnable games, probably the only other game you'll get. So I need this. So I'm begging y'all, please show up and get this game. that's about all I got for this one, man. I'm just hoping
and praying.
I'm just hoping and praying, man. That's all I got.
Well, I know the Panthers, being a fan of them for so long, but yeah, I know this is a 1-16 season. I can feel it. That one win was strictly because it was CJ, and Bryce had to beat CJ to kind of prove some people that he's not a bust. So they're gonna lose the rest.
That was their one win.
So they're gonna lose the rest of these games, go into next year, try to make some adjustments, and come back next year better. But this year it's 1-16 written all over it. I can see it.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Come on. I got to get back in it. I got to raise this money for the scholarship fund, and I got to get back in so I can talk some big junk to you guys this weekend and for our show next week. So come on, Panthers. They're gonna take care of me. We got it. All right. What's the next one?
All right. Your next island game is the Houston Texans playing the Titans in Tennessee.
Yeah.
You have the Titans.
Yeah. I got the Titans on this one. Titans are looking better. Coming off a couple of good wins in a row. The Texans are struggling a little bit. CJ still in concussion protocol, still has not come out of concussion protocol. So it's Thursday, December 14th right now at time of recording. So, we'll see. Typically when you go in concussion protocol, you miss a game. There's been some, exceptions to that, but I think, with it being a division rival, Texans not playing as well, Titans playing better, CJ banged up. I think that's a formula for the Titans to get this one. All right.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, I think CJ's going to get out just in time to play. So I just have
Really?
that feeling. I just have that feeling. So
Okay.
I'm going to stand with the Texans.
All right.
And your last island game is the Dallas Cowboys going to Buffalo to play the Bills.
Yeah.
You're on an island with the Bills, man.
Yeah, I'm on the island with the Bills. All right, so this is the last game here. Man, so again, like I've been saying all year long, I've got the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. I have picked against the Cowboys a number of times this year, but don't hold that against me. I do speak fluent Cowboy, past season ticket holder of the Cowboys, so I have some history. The Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl, but they are going to a cold weather environment. They're going to play Buffalo. They're going to be jumping on tables before this game. Tailgating is going to be crazy. This is a game where I think Dak is in the MVP league right now, according to most people. Not to me, not to us. We think it's Tyreek. But again, if you have to give it to a quarterback, then which is what they're pretty much doing now, then yes, Dak is the guy that should get it at this point. The Buffalo comes out and plays lights out, plays emotional. We've got, Diggs, the whole Diggs situation. So I don't know, man. I'm going with Buffalo. Buffalo's going to pull this one out for me to mainly allow me to get back into the race. And I'll just be 2 games back right there for the final 3-game stretch. So yeah, I got Buffalo, man.
All right, man. It's interesting, man. I mean, I think the Cowboys, they play cold weather game in Philly, so usually in New York and Washington. So I think they're adjusted to cold weather games.
Okay.
So I think they'll be good.
Think they'll be good. We're gonna see, man. Can't wait for the showdown. That's Sunday afternoon. So we got Saturday game. We got again our Thursday game today. We've got 3 games on Saturday. Bunch of games Sunday, Monday night. It is full prime football season. So this is great, man. Just enjoying it all. So, all right, man. Well, hey, we're going to get on out of here. We got him up here at school. So again, next 3 weeks, we'll be filming with Dez. And again, we'll be on our streaming platform. So we'll really be going at it head to head for the next several weeks. We will be stationary as we are filming. So thanks for all the love and support. Enjoy the games. Hit us up on the comments. Let us know who you think are going to win all the big games. We'll see y'all next time. Until then, pick 'em pros.